two of which are connected and one of which should be simple. So if we move straight on to item 11, which is in the open agenda.
Do you want me to...
Goodbye, Yanni.
And if you can introduce this, Pauline, that will be excellent. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So this is the Lower Styx, Marshland's Hawkins Road intersection. Now this intersection has severe safety deficiencies, and in 2003 we brought in some restricted movements to help mitigate this, but it's not enough to cope with the addressing the increasing capacity due to the population shifts out to the Waimakariri, and also to comply with Plan Change 30 to do with Preston's subdivision. So this actually already came to what was then the Burwood Pegasus Community Board and the Shirley Papanui Community Board in 2015, and was consequently...
You don't have a quorum.
I don't think we have we?
No,
We've got Anne still here.
Sorry,
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, so we're good. Yep. Yep.
Okay.
Fine.
So...
Pardon? Can we just get through this, please?
Okay, so this has already been to the what was then the Burwood Pegasus Community Board and the Shirley Papanui Community Board, and then went to council as a Part A in September 2015 and was approved. So this has already been approved. However, after that we discovered, oh shit, was I supposed to text you? We discovered some lamprey eels, and hang on, I'll just do this. Which meant that the design had to be altered. So these eels are actually quite special because there's only 2 breeding grounds in the whole of New Zealand. One is right there at Marshlands and the other one is Little River. So they're very, very precious, so we do have to take note and protect these. There was no other way to get around this. We couldn't move them. Staff have looked at all sorts of ways to do that and it's impossible. Now we also... If we were to ignore that and just plough through the eels or try and move them, we would probably have DOC and MKT taking us to the Environment Court over there, which would actually add significant costs and time to this intersection. So basically, most of the recommendations are the same as the original design, except for the orientation has been moved. I think there's a typo in there. I think it's supposed to be to the southeast. It says in the report southwest, but I think it's, if we could check that, and it does involve some additional property purchases, unfortunately. So there will be a slight cost increase in this, which staff have assured us will be found in savings, internal savings from other projects. So that's basically the outline of the whole thing, and yeah. If we can get this, the other recommendation is if we can get this through and approved again, that we may be able to start on the bridge work fairly soon. There's one other issue with the cabbage tree, which staff are working with local iwi on resolving the moving of that tree and replacing it. But in the meantime, if we approve this today, staff can begin work on the bridge. The other change now is that we only need to extend the bridge on one side instead of the both. So that's the rundown.
All right, thank you very much.
I'll move it, yeah.
So moved by Pauline, seconded by Mike.
Does staff have anything to add? Yeah. Jimmy?
No, Jamie came in.
Oh, you swapped. Jimmy for Jamie.
Yeah, was there any further comment from staff?
Slight correction on Councillor Cotter's statement there, is that we have looked at all options possible, multiple options possible, and it is likely that MKT and DOC wouldn't support any resource consents, and of course if we didn't have resource consents we wouldn't be ploughing through. So all of this work requires resource consents, and it's likely that if we affect the drain they won't support the resource consents, which would mean the work wouldn't progress.
Right, okay, so thank you for that. Dion.
Is there any extra funding sources potentially because of this problem? Well,
as an external?
Yeah.
Not that we've found at this stage.
Are you still looking?
NZTA will fund their portion of it. So that's there is a cost sharing
No,
between
no,
us
not
and
like
NZT.
DOC or not heritage, but like protection.
No, because we're not
Societies
moving
or
them.
something.
We're not moving them.
They would stop us rather
Yeah, I
than
suppose, yeah,
start us.
So can I just add to that the Infrastructure, Transport and Environment Committee have supported this unanimously, but we added number 5, which is to just investigate whether we can make the site of the lamprey eels a site of ecological significance, but that's something that staff will work on because it is fairly important.
Yeah, no, it's a good addition. Great, thank you. So is there any debate on this? I'll put the motion. All those in favour?
Aye.
Against? That's carried. Now we